Okay, I want to come back a little bit and see what's going on as far as the culprit, as far as the murder of Officer Denisha Montgomery Smith, a military police that lost her life. It was said that it was suicide, but that is a blatant lie. I took all my storylines down, so I don't have any of them on YouTube. I just have them like backed up on my computer. But I just wanted to come back some kind of way and see if anything was done, how the progress is going, if this person going to be arrested or whatever. So I'm asking universe to give me a storyline for the family, or just for any of us that just care about her out here. Will this culprit be caught? Or has this culprit been caught? This one jumping out. It's like it's about to fall off the edge, so it's making me grab it. Deck 1 of the abuse cards and deck 4 of the healing of the soul. Okay, my chair squeak a little bit, so please bear with it. Okay, thank you, universe, in advance for the life book. Mrs. Montgomery Smith. Look at this. Seemingly she was special, but she is dedicated to the wall, and the wall is the military for her. Get what I'm saying? All of us have a wall. Follow me? Somebody wanted to keep her hidden. Look at God saying. Somebody wanted to keep her hidden while the person shine. She wasn't going to be that person's hermit. We got somebody who was searching for Miss Denisha Montgomery Smith. This is not a name. Just follow with me. Okay? Somebody wanted to use that muscle and keep her bound, keep her controlled. She was devastated right here. Look at this. Deep. She had a sheltered mind and false imprisoned mind. Follow me? No growth come from the same sex. So we might have somebody who was gay, or somebody who was gay who was trying to come on to, or anything like that. Or two gay men, or however it's flowing. Okay, let's just flow. Do you know all the facts about what happened to Officer Montgomery Smith? Or do it even matter? Or do the military know? She had to have real faith right here in God. And God wanted her to stop loafing around and change house. That means get out of the army. Change house. Get out of her barracks and go to the people in charge. Really get out of the army. She needed to let God and spirit, boom. Because it was time for her to grow up. It was time. Get what I'm saying? Call home. She did call home though. Because she lost her cushions in minutes. And she did call home because she was on a platform, because I saw her myself on whichever one, Instagram or whatever it was she was on. Follow me? Somebody confused her for loose. Follow me? Okay, let's flow. Thank you, Lord, in advance for the blessing and life of Miss. She chose herself. Right here. She chose herself. Depression don't last for so long. Because she went through, look at that, with some G's. The G's would be other soldiers. Follow me? She is in a environment with other soldiers. Follow me? She wasn't going to allow the neglect of herself, because that would be abuse. Get what it's saying? So she had hidden feelings, and she just needed to say it, and she's just saying it because she is captivating to whoever this is, and whoever wanted her to make up her mind. But remember, God says no growth come from the same sex. Get what it's saying? The choice is worth her own, and she decided she didn't want that choice. Look, and somebody decided they wanted to put Miss Smith out. Mrs. Smith. Follow me? It was heart-wrenching because somebody used their muscle. Get what I'm saying? She was another color. See, that's a racial card. Skin color is different, but all blood is red. Because people was picking people in the order of the campground for her right then. It usually is home, but since she was in the army, her barracks was her campground, was her home. She needed to make a choice though and get out like God wanted her to. Okay. But right then she needed the army to help her be herself, evidently. I'm looking at the card, that's why I'm saying it right here. If it was this way, that means she didn't need the army to help be herself. But when it's up, she needed the army to help her be herself, because really that was her job. She was getting paid, and then she felt like maybe the army was making her strong. She was doing what she felt she's supposed to do for our country or whatever. Okay, so let's just flow. 7 cards, universe for Mrs.Officer Denisha Montgomery Smith, a young lady who had lots of life to live. I think Mrs. Smith was 27 years old, with children who loved her. I think she had 3, if I'm not mistaken. Her husband who loved her, her family, her mother, her father, her sister, her family. And she was just snatched away. See? She is an earth angel. I said that in my other storyline. She is an earth angel just like me. See? God wanted her to speak God's words once she got out of that army, because God wanted her to plan her fortune and take her best shot. Follow me. Let's just flow. Let's flow from Mrs. Montgomery Smith. Let's flow. Let's just flow for a minute. See? Because she already know. She already knew she had to make a change. She was talking on the telephone to her family, but FaceTime or whatever, but she already was feeling that right there. Might have made her want to make the change, or maybe she's feeling like that already. See, because she's talking to God right here. God is the path I'm walking, the right path. Is being in the army the right path? Get what I'm saying? She made a gesture to God back then, and God wanted her to change house, like I told you. That means get out of there, because Mrs. Smith was an earth angel. The army is destruction. The army is not healing. It's not peace. The army is destruction. God wanted her to do healing work. Get what I'm saying? Healing work. Hospital. Child care. Counseling. Healing work. Get what I'm saying? Anything that comes down to healing. That's who she was. God wanted her to plan her fortune, and that is, and she was actually trying to plan her fortune by being in the army, make money to take care of family and herself, and she took her best shot. But also, God wanted her to plan her fortune, to take her best shot and get out of the army so she could do God's work. Get what I'm saying? And whoever this is who murdered Officer Smith, because she didn't die by suicide, took his best shot. Because he wanted to plan his fortune. He didn't want to lose the money he was getting. Get what I'm saying? Okay? See, we dealing with a leader, whoever he is. So whoever he is, he a leader. Follow me? So if she was a military policeman, he could have been one too. Follow me? She was a leader maybe, and he was a leader. But it could have been still somebody over top. Follow me? Because usually the leaders be over top of you, but it could be both of you are the same. It was negative talk he was saying to her. Follow me? He was on the ledge and on the edge about things, right? And he treated her like trash. Follow me? She is in an environment with more than one person, tangled up environment with some G's, some soldiers. Follow me? It was devastating to Mrs. Montgomery Smith. She had to have full faith, right? A lot of faith, right? Because do the military know all the facts about what happened to Mrs. Smith? Do her family? And do it even matter to the military? It does matter to her family, but do it even matter to the military? What happened to Mrs. Montgomery Smith? She had to have a lot of faith, because some kind of way somebody was talking to her from a car and testing her from a car, seeing if she would bite, seeing if she would come. Because in the other storyline that I did back then, somebody wanted to give her a ride because she needed transportation, or somebody else needed transportation. Get what I'm saying? See, and somebody tested her right here. That means maybe to see if she'd get in, or she got in. Because testing her from a car, if she was in a car with anybody, some kind of way they're testing to see how far they could go with her. A group of people look like. She had hidden feelings she just needed to say as far as this, because she had a false imprisoned mind and a sheltered mind. She wasn't going to allow whoever these people is to abuse her. See, it's down now. Down now. So she changed up. So she might have been a certain way at first, but once this happened to her, the people did whatever, what devastated her. You see, it turned the card around. Look at the card. See, it's down now. When I showed it to you earlier, it looked like this, and I said she needed. But see, if it's down like this, it's a different story. It's like when you hear people say they get saved. They in the streets, then they get saved. When they get saved, they change up, right? That's what it is. It's like she changed up. It's like you no longer need who you think you need. You got power. You strong. So right here, she don't need them to be herself. She gained her strength. Follow me? See? Because somebody wanted to keep her hidden while the person shined. Wanted her to be a hermit. And somebody was searching for her. Wondering if it was her fault. And she had anxiety some kind of way. But somebody wanted her to make up her mind. Because she's captivating to somebody in this army. And they decided, whoever it is, to put her out, and it was heart-wrenching. Because evidence shows that we was dealing with some kind of money, because somebody was gift-seeking who needed to filter it deep. But God's saying to the family, you still have life. Enjoy your life and release your loved one. Okay, Lord. I have to pause for a minute. Let me just pause for. I'm back. Let's see. She lost her cushions in a minute. That mean a help, any kind of help. Okay, universe. See, it's the same thing. These people, some people wanted her to engage some kind of way in some kind of same-sex stuff here. And it seemed like that's what it's all about. Seemingly she was special. I think I showed this at the beginning. But she is dedicated to the wall, and that is the army. Somebody was toying with her. And she walked away from whoever these people is. Did you do it? No more trying to impress. They was asking her or whoever, did she do it? Because some kind of way she went and she did some telling on these people. Had some flip words toward her. And she was a people pleaser. And we want to do this and we want to do that. But, yeah, she is drowning in a sea of feelings that she couldn't recover from. And something could help her. So some kind of way she went to, whoever she went to, some kind of counseling there. Or she went to the boss or whoever she went to. But God's saying right here, she had to get out while she can. See, God wanted her out of that place. Stop fooling yourself. They don't love you. So she had to make a choice. See, it's back to this. God wanted her out. Get out of the place. Make a choice about the campground, the barracks. Because that's picking people in the order of and because of. So whoever this is, some kind of way people, somebody, some group of people is trying to get some kind of same-sex going on. Relationship, whatever's going on. Follow me? They needed to see in the world in their mind that all skin color is red. I mean, all skin color is different, but all blood is red because they confused her for a prostitute. Figured they could give her something or do whatever and make her give in. So she went and told them. But the thing is, the army know exactly who these people is. Whoever they is who did what they did to Mrs. Smith, because she went and talked. And she talked and told on them. So they know who it is. And they the people who are responsible. It's one main man, though, but it really was a group of people that she had problems with. She is being molded into what she wasn't. She is being molded into what she wasn't. You hear what I'm saying? She was being molded into what she wasn't. She is being molded into a soldier. What is considered destructive for God. Because she was an earth angel with the second card. She's supposed to have been about peace, healing. She is being molded into what God said that God didn't want her to be. Get what I'm saying? She had to start to see that what others was doing to keep her stuck. Whoever the others are, whoever wanted her to be in the army, people in the army, or whoever this is, God talking about right there, to keep her stuck, to make her think she need to stay in the army or whatever's going on. But God says she is an earth angel and she needed to get out of there, because she is around a lot of people with idiot ways of thinking, a network of them to be exact. Will finding my parents even matter? Right here, this one right here, will finding my parents even matter? Being adopted. This would be Mrs. Smith. She not adopted, but being in the army is like they serving as her parents. Whoever they call their bosses there in the army. That would be, they would be like her parents, bossing her around. Well, finding my parents real even matter. This is where she want to go home to her own family, because in there they acting like they her parents, but she wanted to go to her own. Yeah. So yeah, it's just coming out the same way. I mean, it's coming out same. These fell, so maybe I need to take them. She is feeling protected in the army, but that was a book of lies. Those people didn't care nothing about her and wasn't trying to protect her, even down to the people in charge, whoever the top people are. Because so far I haven't heard anything in the news that nobody is arrested so far. But it says, oh, cry sometimes is good for the heart. So she had to cry and let out her feelings, because she was going through it in there. She might didn't tell her family everything she is going through, but she is going through it in that place. Something could happen on a Thursday or Sunday or whatever day of the week. So something happened whenever it happened in her life. Or something could happen, you know, as far as hearing something about this culprit being caught or anything like that. Yeah. But what might have happened was she decided to go talk to her main, you know, the main people in charge, to tell them what was going on or what happened to her. So it's coming out the same as a group of people, and seem like the bottom line is whoever it is, they was trying to attack her, or they're trying to get her to get in some kind of same-sex something, and she wasn't interested, and they didn't like it. So she went and told. They don't like she went and told, and that's what's their way of punishing her. Or she might was gonna go back there to say something else, to be a witness, or whatever she was going to do maybe, and they probably was trying to convince her not to, and she wouldn't comply, and that's what happened. I feel she was strangled myself personally. That's what I feel, but just because I feel that, that don't mean that's what it is. They say she was smothered. She could have been smothered, right? But I still feel she was strangled. And if she was smothered, who's going to sit there and smother their own self? What sense? Who have you heard of just sit there and smother themselves? Really? I never even heard that before. Nobody sit there and just sit in the chair and smother their own self. I never even heard that before. Make it make sense. I don't even say that phrase, but I had to say that phrase right now. Make it make sense. She already knows she had to get out of there. She talking to God right here. She ain't hitting the feelings inside she needed to say. She knows she need to get out of there. And in the armies, it takes steps to get in and steps to get out. So it was just taking too long, because in a matter of weeks, I think she would have been home. And really, if it could have been where she could got home, she wouldn't have went back to that place. I guarantee you, because God had God's hand on her to help get her out of there. But we had the culprits in there that just was hellbound, determined that they was going to come and do and control her. A leader. Like I said, if it could be another police like she is, or somebody a little bit above, whoever it is, they considered a leader. Okay? So, the army know who these people is, so we just got to hope that the family stay on it. Like a gas guzzler, stay on it to make sure you get justice for Miss Denisha Montgomery Smith, a young lady with a bright, thriving future, a mother, a wife who had lots of life to live, and her life was stolen, snatched. You're not going to put the stain on her and say that she killed herself, because she didn't. This the Brass Love One.